What's good, my people? It's your girl, Alhanislam. Welcome to another episode of Change O'Clock. You better recognize. So today, it's a case of David and Goliath. We're talking victories. So I want us to talk about what victory means to us. What is really victory? Victory is when you defeat the enemy, like... Oh my. Victory can happen at once or incrementally. And you find a situation where if you're able to get your desired result right now, then yes, that's a victory. But also, if you're not able to get your desired result right now, but it's happening in phases, that is also victory. And that brings us to the work that the petitions in change.org does for the people. And today, I have an incredible person who started a petition on IELTS. Yes, that exams that we always write if you have the whole ambition of studying abroad, you have to write IELTS or you write SAT. Yes, so it's one of those exams. And he decided to start a petition on why Nigerians and other English-speaking African countries have to write IELTS. And guess what happened? He started getting victories. You have universities that have actually cancelled IELTS as a requirement for English-speaking African countries. His name is Ebenezar Wikina. I call him Weeks. Let's go meet Weeks. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us on Change O'Clock. I am so excited to have Ebenezar Wikina, my people.
Thanks for having me.
Amazing young activist who has redefined what victory means. Eben, tell us, what inspired you to actually start that petition on IELTS?
Yeah, so just like most people, I was inspired by a personal experience. I'd written to a university, foreign university, to do a business program in 2020. This was January of 2020, just before COVID struck, right? Yeah. And, they wrote back to me after submitting all my certificates and all Harvard and everything. And they wrote back to me to say I should write an IELTS exam before I get the admission. And I thought it just didn't make any sense, right? And so I spoke out against that first university and we took it to Twitter. Everyone came in, put in their voice, chimed in, and we got a victory with that first university. And then I began to think, what would happen if we do it at a larger scale, and change that policy.
So that particular school actually took off writing IELTS.
Yes.
So if a Nigerian now goes...
If anybody from anywhere in the world who claims to be English speaking, they can take their first course at the university. If you pass that first course, then you can go on.
What's the name of this university? I'm curious.
Nexford University.
Oh, amazing. Yes. Amazing. So that led you to starting that petition?
It did, yes.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
It did.
I know that your petition got a lot of signatures.
It did 79,000 signatures and counting.
Wow.
Yes.
So, for this one, it would take it's university by university. But I know for now you have quite a number of universities already that...
Yes.
You were able to
get them to change the admissions policy.
Yes.
So universities like the University of Georgia, University of Alberta, Clemson University, Prince Edward University. There's so many universities in the UK, in Canada. We have people in our campaign team who are also engaging universities in Australia, everywhere, all over the world, right? And I think that's what happens when one person decides to start change. When you decide to do something that concerns everybody, other people get inspired and want to do something too. So now we have campaigners, lecturers, Nigerians, in various institutions who are engaging those universities and trying to cause change.
Tell us a little bit of this story, because it's definitely, I know it can't be easy. You make it look easy. You sound like it's easy. But first off, people don't think petitions work.
Yes.
A lot of people don't even understand how petitions work. But this change that has happened was through a petition that you started on change.org.
Actually, everything changed when we launched the change.org petition. So we've been, writing to the UK Home Office. We've been engaging different universities, writing emails and everything. But when the petition launched in January 2022, everything changed, because then it started to trend on social media. all of the media houses that we've been engaging, trying to get them to cover the story instead to now chase us, wanting to hear my thoughts, my opinions, what's the petition about. We had stories everywhere. We had the Home Office that had not replied to us for 3 months, forced to reply to us, and they actually rushed to respond to us because, we know this because they had a typo on their email. they had a typo, yes. So, so all of that pressure just came because we launched that change.org petition.
Right.
So everything changed with the petition. And I know people often think that it's just a digital click, right? Why? How can a digital click change everything? But what people don't know is that so many digital clicks would inspire more people to begin to search and demand for that change that they want to see. People started to just believe that it was possible for us, beyond rambling on social media, to collectively organize and bring everyone together in one space. And that's what the change.org petition does, right? So it shows that you have the voices needed, right? So it's beyond just me saying I hate this policy. We had more voices coming on the table. We could show that 70,000 people cared about this, 60,000 people cared about this, and beyond just my own voice, everything became together.
I know that, when we went to submit the petition to Ambassador Aduna, Foreign Affairs SEC, in fact, it was an honor, and a privilege to be part of that process. But also, could you speak a little to what that actually means with regards making sure, or that serving as a catalyst to that process?
Yes, and I think that's what makes change.org really great, right? So beyond the online activity, beyond the petition, beyond the media buzz and everything, the idea that we could go knock on a decision maker's door and open that door through change.org was really great. Because before the petition, before change.org got on board, we'd been struggling to get the government interested. At some point, we got the vice president in. He made some promises. It was hard to follow up. It was really tough just to get the Ministry of Foreign Affairs involved. But when change, got on board and supported us, it was really just clockwork. We literally just walked into the Permanent Secretary's office and got the petition delivered to him, explained everything we've done so far, and the government came on board and was willing to support us.
This change has gotten you a job in change.
It's almost like the petition was like my CV.
right.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Now you're part of the Change family, and I feel honored to be working with you
Same
as
here.
well.
Same here.
He's our campaign strategist, by the way, in Nigeria. And we work closely together. What has that sort of experience, given that vibe for you?
It's a wonderful vibe. It's a very energetic team. Young people who are looking forward to making the world better, especially starting from Nigeria. I think that just being able to move from changing something I care about to looking at what other people care about and changing it similarly, I think is just really, really powerful. So I think it's a really cool vibe getting to work with you. Celebrities like her.
No.
And doing so many amazing things, just thinking of all the ideas and all the campaigns and working to make it happen.
Eben, thank you so much for coming on Change O'Clock.
Thank
but now
you.
Shifting a little bit from, what this amazing change maker has been able to do, can you sort of give a little, idea or just talk to the process of actually how we support people's campaigns? Because I feel like people need to understand the work that we do. A lot of times they don't understand it, so they're not able to engage with it. But I am so happy that this has happened on your end. I can remember on my own end when the train accident happened. I haven't told even my followers this, but my grand aunt and my aunt were on that train, and they were also kidnapped, and they were amongst the last people actually to be released. I felt so helpless, and that was when I actually also started a petition on change.org. And then I just kept asking people to sign, and all of that. And then we had a lot of media coverage. I had a lot of people, high up there calling and all of that. And silently, a lot of things have gone into that process. And alhamdulillah, it has actually,
shifted, it made people to start talking about it. And I think that was key. Everyone just felt, it's some train very far away from where I live. but the petition got people to speak about the issue.
Yeah, they spoke about it more, and even like just not moving away immediately. You know how things just happen on social media and you're on to the next thing. Yeah. I feel like it was able to sustain the momentum. Yeah, and even when it died down, there were times that I'll still go to the back end and I'll see someone has signed that petition. And, to a point where my grand aunt was released as well as my aunt and the other people. So I was actually excited, but of course I didn't put that on social media. I mean, not everything has to go on social media. Some of these things also, you're still dealing with it, so you don't talk about it. Yeah. But I am, and then also that got me my own job at change.org.
so that's your own CV.
That's my own CV. But I mean, alhamdulillah for a platform like change.org and the work that they're trying to do and how they're inspiring people. But I would really love for you, I'm a campaign coordinator, but also as a campaign strategist, I feel like you can speak more into the process of how we support people's campaigns.
Yeah, I mean, a whole lot of thought goes into not just making sure the petition trends on Twitter, but ensuring that it has the right policy pathway. How can this even make change from a government lens? Is there an existing ministry? Which government office should we engage? Who is the decision maker? Is he on our platform? Do we need to onboard him? And that's the work that you've been doing, right? Getting more people on the platform and making sure that when someone starts a petition on change.org, they can reach a decision maker directly. Yeah. So without having to go to some secretariat to knock on some door, directly on the platform, they can engage decision makers. Yeah. So a lot of thought goes into that. And, Change also has connections with the media community.
Oh, yeah.
Such that we're able to find the right media platforms for the right, petitions to go on there and see how we can get, more eyeballs, more thoughts, and get more people talking about it. Because once more people care about an issue, I feel we're getting closer to solving that problem.
Yeah. I think for me, when I want to define change.org, it's two things. I say it's an instrument for building the right movement to actually serve as a catalyst for victory. Yeah. And the second thing that I also say, and I want people to really understand, is we are a bridge between citizens and decision makers. Yes. And regardless whether the decision maker is in government or it's a captain of industry. We are a bridge, and for me it's I want people to have that confidence in change.org because the work that we do is quite underestimated, and we're just limited to being understood as just a petition platform. But I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much, Ebenezar.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for Change the Clock.
Thank you, Eben. They know what time it is.
It's Change the Clock.
That was an inspiring conversation. And again, thank you, Wikina, for joining us on Change O'Clock. Today is a good day for you to start something like a petition on an issue that you actually care about, to create that movement, that buzz that would, inshallah, get you that victory that you require. And also your community deserves that justice or whatever it is. Petitions don't actually have to be that serious. It can really be just what you care about. And when we talk about decision makers, it doesn't have to be someone in the government. It could be in the private sector or even just someone that you care about. I mean, I saw this petition that says, help me get my crush.
I am going to pamper you as I pamper you.
And the decision maker was the crush herself. I'm going to share that with you. Wherever that crush is, I do hope you see it because you're a decision maker and we're waiting for your decision. And then we have another petition that was started by Khadija Abdul, where she said, happiness is your responsibility. And it says, #Are you okay? And her ask is for you to share this petition and actually sign it as a commitment to checking on someone today, to actually forgiving someone today, because it is time for us to heal. So today is really a good day to start a petition on something that you care about. Go visit www.change.org. Thank you for watching Change O'Clock. You know what time it is. It's Change O'Clock. You better recognize.